Alright, people of the world, this is GTAraj, and I welcome you back to the stream once again. That reminded me, I'm just popping into my Discord. If you want to join the Discord, by the way, links in the description. Actually, link for the Discord's on my about page. So keep that one in mind. Right. Alright, chat is up. Chat is 110% up. So I've already popped in, and I have been slightly spoiled about the content that's in the game. So when I first booted the game was like, you didn't realise there's disturbing content in this, and you have to click this agreement. And I'm like, oh, so that is how it is. Do we have any shoutouts to do today? Someone with a name that I cannot pronounce in the slightest has subscribed. Thank you for subscribing, it is greatly appreciated. I hope you enjoy the content. So feel free to stick around for that. There's going to be plenty of content this week, especially for channel members. Channel members are going to get edited content about a week early, give or take. So if you want to be a part of that malarkey, then feel free to click the join button, become a member and all that. Oh, this music is so pleasant. Okay. So I had to figure out how to do windowed mode. So that's a thing. Apparently I just make it into a window and then drag it, and then it'll just resize itself, which is interesting. Alright, new game. So we are GTAraj, and this is what we're going to start off with. Hey, I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbour and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. Okay. However, I sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha! I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say there like you were thinking about ignoring me. Yes. God's sake, see this hurt. Oh, that's the biggest downside of having an oversized jacket on the back of your chair. When the hood drops down, it's like, that's a bit of pain right there. Ah, flat water. Alright, because I'm going to be talking for so long, narrating everything that goes on, I'm going to be needing a lot of water. But anyway, what I forgot to mention is this is a noob plays. The semi-irregular show that I host when I'm playing something that I've never ever played before. I may have booted this up at one point, and then I sat in the menu and was like, nah fam, this ain't it. That's me, GTAraj. Yes. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Okay. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. 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 Pronunciation. Sayori. There we go. That'll 1000% get me clicked because I'm mispronouncing the name. Also, I'm being pinged, I think. Nope. Just making sure. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled, with other students making their daily commute. And by the way, GTAraj, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? What you talking about, Willis? I told you already. Look, I swear I can read. I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Hey, that's not true. You told me you'd like to join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations, where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. That's possible. I do that all the time. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average, while spending my free time on games and anime. Hey, that is me. Sweet. I feel like I'm being profiled by this game. Oh, he's into anime and things. Oh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. I'm going to raise my monitor a bit. Makes it easier to read. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Story of my life. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. This is getting creepy, alright? Alright. I'll look at a few clubs, if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind a little. At least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. This is going to be a long ass stream. The school day is as ordinary as ever. And it's over before I know it. After I pack up the things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Kings. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. I kind of wish. Hello! Is it me you're looking for? I'm kidding. Sayori must have come into the classroom whilst I was spacing out. I look around and realise I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. Son, please, are you going to ruin this by making me look like I've got patterns all over me? I'm thoroughly disappointed right now. I really am. This music is so cheerful, but allegedly this game's something else. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? I know a lot of things. That you could come to my club. Sayori. Yes? There's no way I'm going to your club. No. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had ever... Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Hey, cupcakes. Well, hello, cupcake. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I may have a few marks on my glasses. That's annoying. Oh, I don't. I'm just seeing things. Well, not seeing things, but you get the idea. It's like skin on your eyelash. Or like a dandruff or something on your eyelash and you like just see it. Planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Yosha! Let's go! And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I mean, a cupcake's a cupcake, who wouldn't? Honestly, who wouldn't sell their soul for a goddamn cupcake? I've just realised I haven't been linking it much. Oh, Jesus. Oh, jeez. I'm getting ads. Terrible. Please no. Let's see. Oh, I really messed that up. Fantastic. Love to see you. Alright. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Walking space, nice. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Girl 1. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Wow. He's nice. Way to kill the atmosphere. GTAraj. What a nice surprise. At least someone here is excited to see my presence in this alleged literature club. Welcome to the club. ... That's the depression dot. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Nice. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Humph. the girl with a sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognise. Her small figure makes me think she's probably first year. Yeah, you better run away from that one. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Wow, don't do that. Sayori says things quietly into my ear and then turns... Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. Sarcasm. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah well, it's nice to meet the both of you. For goodness sake, it's too hot. In here. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? Who? Oh. Hey, it's great to see you again. Monika swales. Look, I can read. I know I can read. We do know each other, well. We rarely talked, but we're in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. You too. Come sit down. We made room for you at the table. Which table? I mean that room's full of them. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Oh wow. See, that attitude right there. She's gonna punch someone out. She really will. And hello, how are you doing? Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Is she coming out? Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray. They said it was wrapped. I was lied to. It's covered in foil. My fillings are just buzzing at the thought of it. This game, it's my first time playing, so I know nothing about it. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Doesn't that mean you're technically eating cats, though? Wouldn't that make it a cat cake? The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. I won't lie, I'm slightly hungry. So cute. If this is a Japanese game, it's kawaii. I had no idea you were so good at baking. She's always baked. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first. Then Monika and I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get ice in her face. Game, why are you like this? I turn the cupcake around in my fingers looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. That's coming off as creepy. It kind of is. If someone's sitting there watching you, waiting for you to take a bite, is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavour. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good! Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like a... Oh wow, she's tsundere. And I mean, it's also added evidence that she's gonna end up kicking someone's teeth in. Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? Eh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you, you know, dummy. Yeah. That's the attitude you have when you feel like punching someone out. Alright, alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. A tea set in school. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I mean, that's kind of debatable. Okay, I'm going to quickly shift myself real quick. Testing 1, 2, 3. How good is the audio? Do I still look like I'm wearing Venetian blinds as faces? That's my face. Oh my goodness. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? Our man had no choice. I was afraid of this question. If you say it's Sayori, Sayori will more than likely punch you out. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home. As president of the Literature Club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Can we read 50 Shades of Grey? I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Oh, rip the other clubs then. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Aha! Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity, and how to prepare for events. Hello there. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, which I am kind of failing at, then I'm fulfilling their dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then, I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Oh, savage. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. Am I being propositioned? Am I seriously being propositioned here? It's not something I expected. It really isn't. But if it makes school events like the festival that much more important, I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Okay, that was a bad read. That's a very bad read. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm at literature. About literature. So, GTA Raj, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't have a good way of answering that. Manga! I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something but keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Nice. Ah, there we go. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favourites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. Borrow what, Hoodie? She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things, ladies. Stories with deep psychological elements Stories with deep psychological element. LLLL. Have you ever had an LLL before? It's really nice. I recommend it. Stories with a deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. No. I need it. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Okay, so that's 2 sets of friggin' things that lead up to horror. I've read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. I clicked. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I would have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or makes takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. No. Just no. This is my hoodie. And it is staying on me. Surreal horror is often successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, I just... Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? Nani? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. I recommend that poem, actually. It's a very good poem. And give it back! Fine, fine. Ahaha! Your cupcakes and your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. Don't be lewd. I'm not kawaii. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. You don't live anywhere near me, you can't steal it. Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share some? Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. I would. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. This is deep. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. ... I guess that's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sat in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Oh. Natsuki and Yuri looked so quizzically at Monika. Nani? Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah! Let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, GTAraj? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. There's just still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. What? I'm sorry, I thought. Humph. GTAraj. You all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, now I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. This Highland Spring water tastes terrible. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes! I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down on my spine. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. I mean, with a face like that, you're always pissed. Then that makes it official. Natsuki likes to jump on spines. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks. I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment? Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. GTAraj, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Oh, really? Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, GTAraj, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? Ah. That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore, because she's always stayed after for school clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay. Oh boy. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. He sounds so depressed when he comes to Monica. And of course Monica. Alright, we've hit 37 minutes. So if you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed, feel free to share the content around. I'm going to be jumping into this again later this week. So yeah, drop likes, drop shares, drop subscriptions. If you want to become a channel member and get early access to content and all sorts of goodies, feel free to click the join button. And thank you very much. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. Sure. Because I got like a disturbed warning at the start of this, I'm pretty sure he's not going to find good fortune. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's time to write a poem. Pick what you think your favourite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Can I just write in? Pure or lucky, breathe, parfait, raindrops, inferno, vertigo, lollipop. Wow. Corrigan, corduant, incongruent, prayer, spinning, bunny, judgment, covet, daydream, vitality, kawaii. Smile, do that. Unrequited analysis. Analysis. Tragedy, aka steps. Silly, effulgent. Wrath, Giggle, question, treasure, poot. Hey yo, that's a bit of a British slut of that, but it is what it is. Hello, how are you doing? That's a slut and a half. Let's click it. For no reason. Sing, socks, hope, atone, adventure, disarray, sunny, starscape, unrestrained. Existence, heaven sent. Anger, scars, hopeless skirt, misery, happiness, despised landscape. Happiness. Doki doki. Eternity, ocean, romance, cry, promise, sunset, calm, clumsy, disorientated, laugh. Okay, so we have 4 more to do. Intellectual. Bubbles. Y'all just gonna hit me with depression. Let's do it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Hi again, GTA Raj. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive head first into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. That was a bad read. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. She frightens me. She does. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Yes. Yes it is. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry guys. GTA Raj always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. What the hell? Why is this chick even allowed to have a house if she's always setting fire to it? Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? Okay. I might be a little jealous. How come? You and GTA Raj can become good friends too. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today. I'm not very good at reading. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it is really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. Good lord, I can't speak tonight. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. Whoa. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book and I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Even if she picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew! Well, you can read it in your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. My mind wanted to say something else. I'm glad I caught it. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her, in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just going to mess it up? Where's the manga? I don't see any, I see school books. Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. Oh, you read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right in. She then turns to the box of manga and slips the volume right in. The middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you could do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. There was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, GTAraj. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. She seriously looks like she will punch my face off if I disrespect her manga. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah! I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colourful attire, striking animated, feminine poses. It's extremely moe. Don't just stand there. Ugh. Natsuki grabs my arm, pulls me out of the closet. Game. If you're going to suggest a gay theme here, don't be. He was pulled out of the closet. She then takes a seat. God's sake. Okay. Pro tip, if you're gonna do streams like this, don't drink sparkling. God's sake. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling for me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Eh? Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Well, if she only wants to be an inch away, then whatever. Yeah, I'll just write that. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I could say it's a particularly bad thing. I mean, it kind of is a bad thing. She's got the attitude and the face of someone that would punch you right out. Ow. I may have to go and get more water soon. I opened the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches, ladies, closer to me, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I wouldn't notice. I could feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. She's a fake manga fan. I'm kidding. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? Sir, yes, sir. I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have plot? Yes. You're justice. Everyone else's plot. I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories. And when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching ladies parts. Wow, okay, I shouldn't have made that joke. There are so many touching parts. And I've just phrased that really badly, I do apologise. Is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power. This is getting to be Dragon Ball, it really is. Alright, I'm going to have to BRB real quick, so stay where you are. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, drop those likes, share the content around. If you want to get early access to edited content and all sorts, feel free to drop a... Don't drop anything, actually. Feel free to click the join button and become a channel member today. I will BRB real quick. If I could find the scene thing for it. Hello, hello. Alright. We are back. I had to go and get some more water. Not more of this. Because honestly, if you're going to do streams like this, make sure you don't bring sparkling. It's just going to fizz up and just blah in your mouth. Oh, lovely. Right. Is everything in order? Can you hear me? I just adjusted the volume a wee bit, so I'm going to have to talk a wee bit louder. Alright. Good save! This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well... Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got into this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that's that impressionable. Ahaha. Hey, Pop Mikkel. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention, she's really good at it. So who am I to judge? Oh, we've got a different scene. ... We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not! Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Question mark. You don't? That's not. Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? I will. Jeez! Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. There we go. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, eh? You still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. Y'all heard what I said earlier. She has the look and feel of someone that would punch you in the face. Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly. It takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser. Hey! I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? Nani? Depression. So? Ahahaha. Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah, she's 110% gonna punch me out for this. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. Ahahaha. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But I guess especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish the chapter. Oh boy. Natsuki's voice sparkles with enjoyment, excitement. I can read, I swear. Oh, and just for any lurkers around here, I will be streaming this again later on this week. So if you all want to show this stream some appreciation by dropping likes and subs and all that stuff, then feel free to. Oh crap, I have a sore stomach now. It's all the gas from the sparkling water. This is going to be fun, by the way. Oh. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy and bullyish tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favourite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express and what's the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. There we go. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Hey. Are you all ready with today's poems? Depression, depression, depression. Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though, you do look pretty cozy over there. Hey! Ah! Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me, ladies. Alright. Guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Ah, yeah, but... Monika just said. Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Save time. Empty slot. Done. How do we go back? Click. Oh, for God's sake, yes. Oh, just click on them. Nice. Just take it home with you. Eh? Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. Wait, what do you mean do I need a reading lesson? I can read just fine. Sometimes. By tomorrow? I only got part way through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I tried to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. He likes an enthusiastic face. Also same. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write the poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done it before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf, torn from the spiral notebook. Rude. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. Yeah, sometimes my head just misreads a few words and it's like, nah. I do the same myself. Oh. Who should I show my poem to first? Natsuki. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poem yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Depression, depression, depression. Question mark. Okay, we'll start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Eh? Then what's the point of sharing it in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha! Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. Going for the Natsuki route. Good choice. Not as good as Sayori. I picked Natsuki first because if I don't, she's just going to punch me in the face. This woman will literally murder me. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem, that sure looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. Depression, depression, depression. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. I can relate. You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? Nani? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that you liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly. What? People could try, but that's about it. Oh. Yeah. I told you that you weren't going to like it. I like it. Nani? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but hits you hard. There's a lot of brutality going on here. She explicitly says she wants to punch someone out. I explicitly said she looks as though she's going to punch someone out, or she can punch someone out. And here she is saying, I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. There's something about her personality. Okay. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So, I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But, the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. Okay. Natsuki like CBT confirmed. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. We're gonna go with Sayuri. ... This is a good poem! Are you sure it's your first time? I'm disregarding that last statement. I don't care. Wow. Sayuri's just like, are you sure it's your first time? And I'm all like, what the hell? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Okay, game. Okay. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. Wow, that's a bit of a... It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayuri. I'm not sure if Sayuri sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright. I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay. let's do that read again. Yay! There we go. You're welcome. Now you'll read my poem too, right? Oh lord. Yeah, like I said before, don't bring... If you're going to do narration, don't bring sparkling. Sparkling doesn't feel as good, and it kind of like dries you out quicker, I think. Oh, there come the stomach pains from all the gas. Lovely. So I now know for next time not to bring sparkling water. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleep from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Whoa, okay, right. Sunshine needs to calm down. Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. That last part is just... it's random. Sayuri. This is just a guess, but... Did you wait until this morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean! I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I want breakfast. I made eggs and toast. Jammy cow. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. And yet I've been skipping breakfast for the last 15 years. But I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. FBI open up. Yuri and Monica. I'm thinking Yuri, because that's kind of who I designed the poem for a little bit. Depression, depression, depression. Okay. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh! Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. Wait, what? How do you forget? You're just like, oh, I forgot to speak. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay? This is your first time writing a poem, isn't it? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Oh, she's the worst girl? Okay. So it's that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri, aka lesbian, a while to get used to the new people. Yuri is a kind of material in Japan. Look it up. Okay, actually don't. Just don't. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened once Yuri finds her train of thought. It's as if her demeanour totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, ladies, and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do! I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Okay, I I have cheapo water and I have less cheapo water. Alright. Let's see if the cooperative's water and copy bottle design are any good. I think I had some of this earlier. Not on stream though. That's water! Welcome to GTAraj reviewing water. The subtle distinction of shit from the bottle is highly noticeable compared to that of the sparkling feeling of the other stuff. Review over. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily. Dreamily? As if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? What the fuck is this handwriting? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calmly breathing. What? Calmly breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to have such terrible handwriting. Her handwriting's actually very good. It's just difficult to read. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah. Okay, we were just caught in 4K. We got caught in 4K struggling to read that noise. Well, I just don't read script very often. Wow. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Wait, so he was more enamored with the handwriting than the actual poem itself. That's interesting. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Spicy. Something easy to digest. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all. Wait, she just pulled an actually on me. What the hell? But actually... Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that... poets often express their own thoughts, feelings and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. One might say, solemn judgment. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Yes. Who should I show my poem to next? There's so many choices here. There's so many choices on screen right now that I just can't seem to pick a choice. Do you see all these choices? All these choices are fantastic. Hi, GTA Raj. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. We're gonna save quickly. Yes. Ah, yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring up things, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off going with the flow until I'm more settled. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, GTA Raj. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. Wait, what? Yes, what about it? We'll make you choose. Oh, Boom's here. Hi, Boom. How you doing? Are you ready to get yeeted by ghosts again? Actually, speaking of ghosts, the poem we read out is kind of about ghosts. But all a little... Fucking hell, I can't read. Well, I can't talk. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer too, so take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Eh? Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids. But if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. Good, you wanna get yeeted by Sayuri? Lenny Bind? The hell is a Lenny Bind? Also, you're more... in this game, you're more likely to get yeeted by Natsuki than Sayuri. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. She'll yeet anybody who looks at her. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. Although I can't fucking remember. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things, ladies. Oh, Lemmy. Oh, Lemmy. I know all about Lemmy. I just don't use it because actually I could do with having that as an emoji, like on a server. Speaking of TF2, I only put the game on for like 5 minutes, did the tutorial and then chucked it off. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Wow. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. Wait, she sounds super enthusiastic about not being good. Wow. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I used their tutorial. Don't at me. I haven't picked one yet. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. If I see, I see again. Holy shit. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. Wait, is she writing about a glory hole? It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbour? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer in the side for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film. Reel? I reel blind like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It was just a hole. A little hole. FBI, open up! It's just a little hole. Aye. Spam FBI, open up. Spam FBI, open up. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. This is getting worse. Stretching forever into everything. Motherfucker, what? A hole of infinite choices. And you made the wrong choice. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking. Okay. I'm done. I'm done with that story. So, what do you think? FBI, open up! It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Ahaha, it's okay. The FBI will be here at a moment to arrest me for that poem. Oh boy. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be very powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Oh, I accidentally skipped instead of save. Whoops. I'm gonna have to BRB. BRB in a second. Alright, fantastic, we are back. I've got to catch up on chat. Oh no, anyway, Mario Kart DS. This is those vibes. What? It does. Not fast paced enough. Oh. has an option menu vibe. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper. And tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I'm not touching Steam Summer Sale, to be honest. I have no need for it. Because for the better part of the next few weeks, I'm going to be focused mainly on getting stuff in for the channel. Because, oh boy, I'm going to have a video out this week on something that's coming into post. And I'm heading to Edinburgh on Thursday, to which I'll be able to get trading card stuff for opening on the channel. And then after that, I'm going to try and get a haul in. Or do a haul video. So I've got a console. I'm going to try and get a console in. Plus a few things for it, and we'll get testing done. Oh, pardon me. Whew! I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Also, my fingers keep trying to go to WASD. It's a really bad habit. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club. A literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayuri and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They are gingerly exchanging sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems as they read in tandem. I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feelings of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out as nice. But it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. Oh, saving for DeLorean parts. That's actually better than Steam Sale. How many parts are you missing? Buying Wall-E game for PC. Just steal someone's poem online easy. Worst skill of being insensitive as usual. Humph. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. You know, Natsuki is the kind of person that would 100% be a fucking pro wrestler. She would be. She's got the attitude of a fighter. Sayori liked it, and GTARaj did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And GTARaj liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. You know, if I edit this down, friggin' Natsuki's face will be like shaking and on the screen and everything. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Hey? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that GTARaj prefers my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew. What? Okay, I'm gonna have to read that. I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as GTARaj started showing up. I have that effect on everyone, by the way. If you're around me, your chest gets bigger. A lot. DTME the scar sometime. Don't know who would smash Yuri. Worst girl can't take criticism. Triggered audio plays. Yes, every time Natsuki gets pissed. Triggered. Oh. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. GTARaj! She's just trying to make me look bad! That's not true! She started it! If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her. Wait! There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. Half of those I can't even say properly. It is the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, but it's also a waste. You understand that, right, GTARaj? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agreed with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, right. It's at this point. Yuri is cute, but Natsuki will rip out my spleen. Natsuki. Yuri! You're really talented. Well. But Natsuki has a point. I think that... I rack my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with a few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over, and Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah. It did, didn't it? Aha! Shows how much you know. That's not... Natsuki. I think that's enough. Nani? Me? But she was so mean to me. Natsuki's voice whines. Whoa. Look. Look here. Now look. Listen. What we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. Ladies? I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so... You don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Oh. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Ah. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that, barely audible. Yuri. Yuri looks at me dejectedly, with a face like that. I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I mean, she's less likely to let you smash her, but okay. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey! It's not like you need to apologize for me. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about... Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with this than she boasted. Sayori and Monica look away. Anyway. The thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori? Yuri. I'll go make some tea. Hey. I was just trying to help. Oh dang, Victor's here. Wait, what do you mean mad lad? What have I done? What boom? Mega hell. Yuri. Hell. Oh. Wait, what do you mean it's crashed? It's not crashed. Well, some of it's crashed. We've already made... the game's already made itself have a kind of bit of a pedo feel to it. Oh, I don't care about ages. Oh, there's a small tight hole. That bugs me. Oh. I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Why not pat her on the head? Head pats are life. Well, now that we're past that, everyone's read each other's poems, right? I hope that was worthwhile for everyone. Especially you. Especially you. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazing around we got a little too used to. Ahaha. Ah, so my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. No, not at all. Not at all. There's still time before we go home. So we'll all relax for a bit. Yeah, we're gonna save. Click, click. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room. So maybe you could take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club's here for. They're all getting head pass. Head pat Monica, head pat Sayori. Don't head pat Yuri, she'll just give you depression. And don't head pat Natsuki because she'll punish you into next week. I disagree, Monica. Eh? About what? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Y'all gonna get head pats. Aha! Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. Hehe. In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in a literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Yuri is a bit on the crest side. No, Natsuki is red Ajaja. Is red red rage. Do I have red rage? No, I don't. Okay. Wait, what? Why did I title Hell as USSR Hell? Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna send emoji and it's gonna sum up Natsuki. Natsuki equals Yarost. No, switch back to keyboard. Thank you. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. GTAraj, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Brah, you're gonna disband. You're gonna cause the club to disband if you keep throwing poems at them. And maybe you've learned something from your friends too. So, your poems will turn out even better. ... I think to myself. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those that I want to impress. Oh lord. Are we all simping for Sayori? Baby. GTAraj. Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Hehe. Sayori beams at me. This motherfucker has a laser beam. I'm jealous. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Ugh. Sayori. About what happened earlier. Eh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Whew! You know, GTAraj, it's nice that I got to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Hehe. Oh, hell. I don't hate them. Oh, every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? What? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the head. We don't deal with shoulder pats, we deal with head pats. I said that more to myself than to her. But it's easy to use Sayori. It really is nice to use her. As an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. What? Death. Entropy. Why is it giving me slurs? Hoof is a slur. Now just said it. ladies. Playground Vivid defeat Afterimage Philosophy Whistleblower. Wrath Essence Sunny Heart Wrath. What the? Anime Analysis Grief Suicide Portrait Massacre Bed Cry Hot Rain. Why did this take a dark turn on the second poem? Click. Fantasy Broken. Wow. Nature Nibble Kinky. Boop. Ah. Puppy. Fireflies. Contamination. Contamination? Why? Infallible. Pain. Vitality. Misfortune. Headphones. I'm not wearing any. Hope. Excitement. Effulgent. Amazing. Beauty. SCP thing, hell, mega hell, pattern head. Right for Sayuri. Or Natsuki, not Yuri. I'm just picking all this dark noise. I want to see where this goes. A tone, treasure, music, email, romance. Starscape, clumsy, rose, calm, peaceful. Lucky. Lipstick. Uncanny, lollipop. Bunny, disaster, pleasure. Ooh. Cage, breathe, alone, extraordinary. Passion, cheeks, prayer, sadness, disarray. Question, holiday, together, socks. Bouncy. Okay game, I'll play your game. Crimson, joy, lazy, fighting, anxiety, special, intellectual, pout, silly. Tears, ribbon. Desire, hurt, despise, comfort, dance. Loud, swimsuit, explode. This game wants me to explode. I don't mind the backseat gaming thing, just so long as you're not posting spoilers. Pure marshmallow sticky. Game? Right, game? We're going to need a timeout. We need to put the game in timeout, it's being too horny. Electricity, wow. Uncontrollable, time, smile, spinning, infinite love. Imagination, sweet, universe, journey, dazzle, hopeless, fun, pink, jump. Unending. Hey. Scars, color, warm, peace, hair, jumpy. Forgive, determination, daydream. Y'all about to give me depression. Color, warm. A chocolate, marriage. Sensation. Vivacious, Valentine, ambient, misery. Eternity. Fester. Whisper. Okay. If you like Yuri, you will explode. Alright. We'll do this one poem and then that'll be stream. Shit, I need to bring up my community tab real quick. I never tend to keep track of... Hello eBay. Woo! Alright. After stream, I'm gonna do this eBay thing. But that's not the focus right now. eBay is not the focus. My community tab is kind of the focus right now, community. Because this week's gonna be a slight bit of a mess because I've got things to do. Filming, purchasing things, etc, etc. So, tomorrow might be filming. Wednesday is when Doki Doki will come back. If my item arrives tomorrow, then I will be filming, and there won't be a stream. However, if the item does not show up, then I will do Doki Doki tomorrow as well as Wednesday. It's kind of fun, and I feel as though I don't talk as often, like on a daily basis, as I probably could have. Thursday is going to be PS1 shenanigans if I'm available to stream. And then Friday, possibly more filming depending on what I get on Thursday. Because I'm going to an anime shop on Thursday. And I want to buy a few things. Buy a few things to open up there and then bring stuff back home to be like, hey yo, film it. No, boom, you just make everyone explode. Inside. Boom inside. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, GTAraj. Yo, Sayori! Looks like you're in a good mood today. Hee. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Damn, Boom! God's sake. Settle down or you're going into horny timeout. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Same. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Motherfucker, did we just reject Sayori? Terrible. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? What? Why that all of a sudden? No reason really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you wouldn't have bought a snack before coming into the club. You would have bought a snack before coming into the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money, so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Ahaha. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. Ah! I wasn't listening or anything, Baka. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell GTAraj to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. Ah. Shot through the heart. Unbridled Sayori abuse. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. What? What do you mean, accept a revolution? Like, is there an uprising going to happen and this is the cause of a revolution? What? Confused. That's something bad, now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. Ah, that! Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Alright. Come on, give me more credit than that. Hehe. Whap! Yeah! Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was... a cookie? This game's just making me hungry. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution? I can't read! When the game messes up, I automatically correct myself to what it's going to be. What? She says restitution and I say retribution, and then the next text box is retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just going to give it to you, ladies. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki! That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. Chomp. So good. Mmm. Mmm. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. Not gonna lie, I did that to my lip earlier on reading this. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. Well, if you know what you're doing, beggars can be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah? Why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. What? Alright, let me do this. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, and then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez! I get it! Cookie's still in hand! Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you just seriously do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Alright. We're gonna save it here, folks. Now I've just seen the time. Alright. This has been legitimately a blast, right? This has been a fantastic evening. So far, when I'm back in focus, of course. Am I really in focus? There we go. It's an interesting concept so far, but it's hard to not see what the game's building up to. It's really not hard. There's a lot of dark content or R-rated content. The R-rated content comes from some suggestive stuff. especially in the posts, when you talk like about depression, suicide, and all that. It's like, oh, you're really going there, aren't you? But anyway, we have been at this for over 2 hours. I say, adjusting the volume. So as always, if you've enjoyed yourself, drop a like, drop a share, subscribe to the channel. If you want to help the channel grow, if you want to help the channel out monetarily with projects and all sorts, feel free to become a channel member for as little as £1. Or in some cases $1, which is about 87 pence or whatever. I don't know. But it's up to you. You don't have to do that. Just liking, sharing, subscribing, all that does support the channel. But it's an option for those who want to help the channel even more. If you want to become like an assistant producer on projects and stuff like that, it's really nice. Anyway, this has been GTA Raj. I hope you're all having a great whatever day this is, Monday. Hope you're all having a great day. Stay safe. Take care. I might possibly be streaming this again tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. If you're a channel member, you'll get early access to videos and all sorts, so think about that. So from me to you, thank you for joining, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday.